Hi everyone, Raquel Ribeiro here. Let's take a look at insights on how to integrate generative AI to teach English as a foreign language, having in mind inquiry-based teaching, and also integrate in a way that promotes students' agency. So, for the TIRF, the International Research Foundation for English Language Teaching, we are taking a look right now at the AI competency framework as a reference. So this is from UNESCO and you can easily download. And the principles that I'm taking into consideration here, they are related to students' agency. So it is important that the learners during this process are working together in small groups in order to research information, to listen to that, or to speak with the tool using a mobile phone, if it is the case, a mobile tool, or a computer. And it's really key that we co-design these experiences with them. So here's my example. Using the tool Gemini, this is the one I'm using. It's a free tool, but you can very well use, for instance, Copilot. We need to guide our learners with prompts so that they can have an output that connects with the lesson. Let me give you an example here. This is a lesson where they are preparing for an exam, a language exam. And they need to interact in order to research how to answer to some questions considering a preliminary language exam. The questions are here, for instance, what do you do when you want to relax and why? Do you prefer to relax with friends or alone? So the context here is they need to ask, but also they actually need to listen to the question, answer, and wait for a comment. There's a video here to illustrate that.
Sounds fun. Let's act out this part of the exam. I'll ask you the questions and listen carefully to your answers. Remember, there are no wrong answers here. I just want to hear about your preferences and thoughts. All right, first question. What do you do when you want to relax? Why?
When I want to relax, I talk with my friends. They are so cool.
It takes a while, of course.
That sounds like a great way to unwind. Spending time with friends can be a lot of fun and a good way to distress. Is there anything specific you enjoy doing with them that helps you relax?
So basically what happened here is there is clear instructions shared with Gemini, which is the input of information or the prompt. And then the learners copy-paste in Gemini so that they can interact. Here's the prompt that I shared. I'm using this prompt now here. So for instance, I'll simplify that. See, I'm typing here. So I contextualize what I need Gemini to do. And then I'm contextualizing the level of the students here. For instance, basic level. And then, here's the question, but in order to listen, we need to click, yeah? So you click to listen.
I would be happy to help you practice. Don't worry about making mistakes. That is how we learn. I am ready when you are. What do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I usually listen to music. I'm canceling because there was a mistake, it was not what I wanted to say. And this is important to teach the learners because this may very well happen. So I'll try again. In my free time, I usually listen to music or read a book. So I'm replying here as if I was the student. Gemini gives this option to listen, all right? This is very important. So clicking here, listen.
That is a great answer. Your English is very clear and easy to understand. One small tip. In English, we always capitalize the word I and the first letter of a sentence, in. My follow-up question. I love those hobbies. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Next step. Would you like to continue this conversation about music, or should we move on to a new question?
Let's move on to a new question. Then this is the output, but we teach the learners to listen.
That sounds like a great plan. Let's try another common topic. Question 2. What is your favorite food, and why do you like it? Next step. Once you answer, I'll give you a quick comment on your grammar and we can keep talking.
My favorite food is pizza. I love it. And there you go. I'm going to stop here, but the idea is there is learner training involved because they need to understand it's important to read this in their small group and to click and to listen. Let's suppose that you are using ChatGPT or maybe Copilot in the free version. And then you say, okay, but this option is not available. So there is a little trick I'd like to teach you. Okay, I'm copying here one part. Okay, so for example, this is the reply. So I copy, then I go and open Google Translate. And then I find the site here. Detect language, this is really key, and English. So I paste here, and then I can click.
Excellent. Your grammar is 100% correct, and you used capital letters perfectly this time. Pizza is a great choice. It is a favorite for many people all over the world. Question 3. Where do you live? Do you like your city?
And this is a way so that they can listen to it. I'm considering the use of Gemini for inquiry-based learning, which is learning by asking questions. And the agency of the student is because they have to do the typing, they have to listen to it and try, and if they make a mistake or if there is a misunderstanding because the connection breaks or anything like that, any glitch like that, no problems, they start all over again. And they also learn the digital literacy because there's a procedure and one helps the other. We can also go further the activity And for instance, ask with a prompt that doesn't require the explanation. Though I personally think it is a good idea to have some comments on the positive points, and this can be an extra task when they talk to somebody from the other group. So using the principle of inquiry-based learning and the pedagogy integration, of course, considering this connects to a lesson, connects to the purpose, it's important to have an activity that brings not only the element of technology, generative AI, not as a novelty, but as an integration that requires the students to learn, to interact, and that is engaging as well. I hope this is useful. Ask questions, all right, or make comments. Have you ever tried anything like that?